All right, for this week's informal observation, I am meeting with our new positive learning environment teacher, or ISS teacher, what it's called other places, but Louisville ISD calls it positive learning environment. And I am going over the ins and outs of her job with her. In my role as Dean of Students, on my campus, I am actually her direct supervisor, and we haven't had an ISS teacher for about the last 6 weeks, so it's nice that we finally have one. With the previous PLE teacher, she moved on to a different position, but the program really wasn't working too effectively. Um, Positive learning environment is a consequence, so we don't want it to be a place where students want to be. As an educator or a school leader, students always learn best in the classroom. So I was meeting with her to make sure that the program is running as intended and as successfully as possible. She started on Monday, so she has been working at our school. This was the end of her first week, and I just wanted to check in with her to make sure that she understood the ins and outs of her position and just how things work. She is very young. This was her first job out of high school, so she didn't know things like she had to take a lunch break. She had to go to the bath. Like she has 15-minute breaks built in since it's an hourly employee. So I not only wanted to teach her about the ins and outs of her position and how it's supposed to function, but just like what it's like to have a full-time job. For the first week, I think she did a great job. We didn't really have too many kids in the positive learning environment. So she got to just kind of help out and observe with the school. Her goal is to ultimately become a music teacher. So I want to make sure, since I'm in a mentorship supervisory role, that I am supporting her as she moves on her path, just like teachers and instructors have supported me as I move in to be a school leader. So I think our next thing that we need to take away from this meeting is I need to teach her more about the restorative practices, because one of the things that we do in the positive learning environment is we talk about what decision we made that led us to land in that situation and what we could do next time to not make the same mistake. So ISS really is not only used as more of a consequence, but it's also used as a teaching opportunity. So that's what I'm going to work on with her next week.